welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be about how Formula One has been affected by the coronavirus pandemic and what has happened as a result. Well, obviously, firstly, Formula One unfortunately has been cancelled for quite a while, and hopefully now it's going to be starting about early July at the Austrian Grand Prix. Hopefully that should happen now as the coronavirus has started to sort of slow down in the world. Obviously, it's been quite sad, being away, not having Formula One for quite a while. But it has caused quite a few new things. So we're going to be talking about that today. Especially these new things could happen as well, as Formula One has been, totally messed up. So you might as well do something new and do, try gambling on something as you've pretty much lost everything already. But firstly, what has Formula One done already? So it's early May now, and obviously the first race meant to happen in March. Well, if I got to say, they've not been the best, Formula One. They've not done too well, in my opinion. Most of Formula One drivers have just been at home having an extended holiday. But we've been given these virtual races with some of the Formula One drivers turning up with some celebrities and other personalities, but they haven't really been that professional or that well organised. And you don't get the same adrenaline like when you watch a normal Formula One race. And the fans need something like that. Yes, it's good having these new virtual races, but you've got to try your best to get up to what Formula One fans normally like. And what I was going to say is, if you look at IndyCar or the V8 Supercar series, for example, you get that because all the drivers are turning up online to be racing. And I think they're doing perhaps like online championships as well now. So they're getting much more organised, and you've got all these professional drivers together. That's what we need. We need all 20 drivers turning up for virtual race championships. Get all 20 together, give them the same virtual racing equipment though, so no one gets an advantage. And let them practice for 2 weeks, especially the drivers who've not done it before. But let me tell you something, Charles Leclerc hadn't really done it much before. And, when he started, he was right on it with the experienced virtual racers such as Lando Norris. And he was beating them as well. So they do have a chance and they can do it. And we could also do this even with celebrities. Get 20 celebrities together, give them the same give them the same virtual racing equipment, give them an online championship, and let them go for it. More organised, more professional. That's what gives you that adrenaline. If it's all been done properly, you get really good races as a result. This is what I would recommend for keeping the F1 fans happy with virtual online races till we wait till July when we're probably going to restart. Still got another 2 months to go. But anyway, the other thing as well, Formula One, they've been providing previous Formula One races from the past, and it's quite good to see them do that. It helps us reconnect as well with Formula One history, and I like that kind of thing. That's quite good. They've done well with that. It's like all the fans, online fans, all Formula fans getting together online and sort of chatting away. You can see in the chat box whilst watching the race. I like that. That's quite nice. There could be other things as well. So there could be perhaps, how could I say it? Like they could make even like a documentary or get what Sky F1 done, which is quite cool. They try and get a few F1 drivers together. And they actually were talking. So we had Jenson Button, for example, the typical Sky F1 presenters, and they were chatting the whole way through the Hungarian Grand Prix replay. I thought that was really good, and you could get some more as well. And and also F1 mechanics, talking how they got the car ready as well. That could be a good idea, but. Anyway, that's more or less the present, but what has Formula One been doing, preparing for the future? Getting back into racing. Obviously they were saying they're keeping us well informed, races that were being cancelled or postponed. Unfortunately, we lost the Monaco Grand Prix. which is sad, but hopefully we'll get it back next year. Um, Another really, really interesting thing, this really caught my mind, was the Silverstone Grand Prix. All right, they're gonna do it perhaps twice this year, but one of them possibly in the opposite direction. I thought, wow, that sounds really cool. But I'm afraid it's not going to happen. The Silverstone racetrack was not built to go in the opposite direction, and it's not designed for the safety purposes for doing that. You'd have to move all the barriers back. It's going to take a lot of effort as well. You're not going to have the overtaking. It's not going to happen, I'm afraid. But there are perhaps one or two tracks where that could happen. So you never know, could actually happen. And another thing as well, we could get some surprising racetracks to the 2020 calendar, which we thought wouldn't happen. The German Grand Prix. I was thinking, please get it back. We had great racing there in 2018 and 2019. Why is it not on the calendar? You know, Germany is important to Formula One, and Formula One is important to Germany. We should be there every year, like the British Grand Prix. The German Grand Prix should be back. Another one as well, the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. I'd love to see that back. But the overtaking wasn't really the best. So I was thinking, yeah, it's great that we're hearing rumours about the San Marino Grand Prix. But I think there's much better racetracks that we could go to, which some that we've possibly never been to before. But firstly, the tracks that I would say, I would love back is, Istanbul, with its famous Tournai, or Malaysian Grand Prix. That was going to happen, but dream tracks. There's always been one at the back of my mind I'd love them to go to. That's the Brno racetrack in the Czech Republic, or is it Chechen? I now call it. That one is, I'd say, it's one of my favourite racetracks. If you race on it on a racing game, it's fantastic. Or if you race the track proper, it's really, really good. The corners just they work so well together, and it is possible for overtaking as well. It's not too narrow, so you can get cars going side by side. That racetrack I would surely recommend. So I love them to go to good old traditional racetracks. Got Zandvoort now back. You know, for the Netherlands, because the Netherlands gave us Max Verstappen, and we should be doing that as well. Formula One, they should take advantage of that. They don't go to the proper grassroots sort of countries where they know Formula One's going to be popular, but they haven't. So Finland, I haven't done my research fully about if there's a racetrack there. But if they're going to they should build a racetrack. I don't know why we don't have a Grand Prix in Finland. Should be. They've given us Kimi Räikkönen and Mika Häkkinen. That should happen. Anyway, what else could Formula One do apart from that? Well, they were talking about as well double race weekends. I would love to see that actually. You get more entertainment as well during the weekend. Formula 2 as well. They do it quite well. So why can't we? Reverse grids as well. I would like to see that happen anyway. That would be quite interesting. But my thing I'd like to see perhaps for one race, just to see them try that out, is a lottery grid system where drivers pick a grid number out of a box and we get it like that. It's a bit more entertaining. That it's a bit more random, and we need things like that because the top three teams, Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes, have just been dominating, and we need something to just spice it up a little bit, and hopefully we could get better racing. So who knows? If we need to, Formula One needs to experiment now more, and as we said, this coronavirus, what's happened, this is giving Formula One the opportunity. Formula One needs to stand out. It's been just doing the same stuff over the years. We've had a little more happening over the recent, especially with the new regulations, but the new regulations now, they're probably not going to start until 2022, 2023. So we need something, and now is the year. Now is the opportunity. Hopefully, Formula One and the top bosses will be thinking, hang on a second, now is the chance we could try something. You get people's attention. Get people's attention. That's what we need. Who knows? For example, you could have a Formula One racetrack, Laguna Seca. My God, why don't we try? I know it sounds a bit daft, but IndyCar tried it last year and actually worked pretty well. I don't know about you. Unfortunately, you might not get the overtaking, but you know what I say by that? A famous racetrack Formula's ever been to before, very iconic. You'll get possibly new fans as well by just standing out from the crowd. We need to do that. And unfortunately, what we had over many years previously with Bernie Ecclestone, it was quite, how can I say it, stale. You didn't get much change. It did in the last few years before he went, and now we started to get a bit more. But I still think the Formula One bosses are quite, how can I say, they're quite anxious about doing those sort of things. But we need to do that now because it's just been sort of flatlining over the last 10-20 years. We need something a little radical. It'll be great as well, and it'll spice up the racing. But what do you guys think as well? With this coronavirus, especially as well. I've just mention quickly. Also, it's really helped bring out the drivers, shown their good side as well. They've been trying to help donate money for the coronavirus cause, and also as well, Charles Leclerc, he's been driving around helping, I think, food deliveries as well. So that is it's really good. It's brought out the good side of the Formula One drivers. But anyway, what else do you think could, you know, what's happened to Formula One, what the coronavirus has caused, and what perhaps we need new in F1? Please mention that in the comments section, and I really do hope you've liked the video. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. There will be new videos coming shortly as well, and obviously keep safe as well. And hopefully, it won't be too long now until this coronavirus sort of calms down and we can get back to life. And anyway, that's a goodbye from me.